Okay, today's a little hard to describe with the energy. Imagine trying to find your way through this dense fog. Okay, and all the familiar landmarks. You can't see them. You can't kind of figure out where you are because you can't see them, what you're doing. So each step forward may feel a little uncertain today. Okay, it kind of brings in today's energy, like a mental haze. We can't quite grasp the clarity. Communication might be like we're sitting around in a circle and we're playing that game of whispers. Okay, the message somehow gets distorted along the way, and it's easy to get lost in this fog. It's easy to mistake fantasy for reality or misinterpret completely what is being communicated to you. So join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery, gaining an understanding of how to embrace this energy and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. And welcome to your daily focus for August the 15th, 2024. So today we have the energy of the 15. And the 15 is about, well, it's truly about being the phoenix rising out of the ashes. It's truly about understanding what actually holds us in place. A lack of a better word, keeps us in that rut. It doesn't allow us to move. When we start to move, fear envelopes us, anxiety envelopes us, and we remain stationary. Okay, it's kind of like we want to break the chains that hold us back. And we could accomplish that under a 15 energy. 1 plus 5 is a 6. We're looking at our habits, we're looking at our behaviors. Maybe how we play out our days. Maybe we need to change up something in our days. Maybe we need to start going earlier in our day to really get everything accomplished, or maybe we need to go longer into the evening. Okay, some of us are night owls, so sometimes sleeping in and getting it done at 2 in the morning when nobody's around is ideal for you, but it wouldn't be for many. So it's understanding your routine and how it works best for you, not what works for the average person in the world. If we look at the daily numerology, it would be an 8 plus a 6 plus an 8, and that gives us that beautiful 22 energy. Now, the 22 is a master number, probably the most powerful master number there is. And things can really come into our life that we can celebrate: abundance, prosperity, love, joy, good health, a sense of peace very easily, but we have to put our focus on it. We have to put our attention on it. We have to make a commitment to ourselves that this is what we want to bring in. And then we have to have a patience with ourselves and the energy around us that it will happen in some divine time. But we need to show up and do our part each and every day. Sun is in Leo. Our moon is in Sagittarius, probably till about 2 o'clock, I believe, Eastern Standard Time. And then it'll move into Capricorn. So we may feel very adventurous this morning, but as the day wears on, we may get a little bit more to what needs to be done, our tasks, our obligations, our responsibilities. Mercury is having a conversation with Neptune today, and that's going to bring in the illusion, uncertainty to our day. Okay, Mercury is our voice, our mind, and Mercury is in retrograde, so know that we're more in a reflective kind of energy under this. So we're more caught in our head, our thoughts, our soul, our heart. And Neptune is the dreamscape. Neptune is our spirituality. So clarity will be definitely something hard to come by today. Misunderstandings are more likely to occur. Clear thinking could be compromised. It could kind of seem like brain fog, okay? And we may find ourselves escaping to that brain fog. We might go to our daydreams, or simply we just don't feel the motivation or the energy or the want to meet our commitments and our obligations. Now, knowing that Neptune's a part of this means that our intuition is extremely strong. Yet, as much as I'd like to encourage you to rely on your intuition, you may need to back it up with some facts just to make sure that you're not buying into an illusion, a story you've told yourself, something you want to believe over the reality of what the situation is. So be a little bit easier on yourself, have a little bit of compassion, and tap into your inner world, your imagination through meditation, through journaling. Let those daydreams entertain you. Grow that dream. Grow those those moments in the future in your mind. Or do something that's very creative, something that doesn't have a lot of structure to it, something where you can just let your energy flow and see what comes of it. Of course, rest, recharge, slow down. Definitely listen carefully, repeat it back, to have them repeat it back to you again. Make sure that you're understanding what they are trying to tell you. But yeah, I think a day like today, we need to just connect with the deeper, more intuitive parts of ourselves. Be gentle with our thoughts, allow our imagination to roam free, and be cautious. Be cautious of the illusions that can easily lead you astray. Okay, let's turn to the cards. They weren't sure what they wanted to do there. Okay, underlying energy for today is, look at this, the Emperor. It's about making the plan, it's about making the strategy. It's bringing it into doable actions. We want to see, what can we actually do? Where can we actually step forward? Where do I need to gain wisdom, advice? Where do I need to learn something new or hone a skill? Our intuition is very strong with this card, as it was with the astrology and the numerology. We have the 22 today, so that brings in high intuition as well. So a very intuitive kind of day. Still, I would ask you to fact check anything that you feel, is something that is calling you, talking to you, giving you advice. Okay, make sure it's just not your ego trying to lead you astray into, what your ego would prefer doing. so so we have the Emperor, and then, oh my goodness, a strong energy day though, Death. It's time to throw off that cloak. It's time to allow your inner child out to play. It's time to embrace the sense of freedom or liberation in our lives. And today would be a day to do it. Okay, but we don't want to mentally strain ourselves. It's not a day for it. We're not going to be overly successful if we do attempt that. So attempt something that you're going to be good at. And that's about letting your inner child out, throwing that cape off, letting the walls down, and experiencing life on a whole different level. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. My goodness, if this card is just jumping up every single reading I do. Personal readings, the weeklies. Here we are in the dailies, and the Four of Pentacles is definitely making a stance. And this is about, we need to let go. We need to let go of the old baggage. We need to let go of the old habits, the old behaviors, the old maybe responsibilities and obligations where we had control. Maybe having control over that at one point in our life was a very good and necessary thing, but it's not anymore. And yet we still have the control over it. So let it go. This is an energy of stepping into new beginnings. And we can't do that if we're dragging the past along with us. Or, well, we won't be able to do it as effectively if we're dragging all that old baggage with us. And then we have the Three of Wands. So, yeah, we're not making decisions today, but we are looking forward. We are seeing what we want to step into. And the Emperor stated that when he first showed up for our energy of the day. So we are thinking about the possibilities of different routes to take, different roads to walk, different adventures to step into, or opportunities perhaps. So eventually we'll move over to the second one, and eventually we'll move over to the third one. When we move over to the third one, it usually means at that point that we are going to be making that decision. Okay, let's get an oracle card here. Let's see what they have to tell us. Okay, today we have 45, the empowerment. Empowerment. So, yeah, go within today. Grow your empowerment. Grow your strength. Start looking at the different opportunities that you can walk into and throw some stuff against the wall. You know, of what you might want to step into, how you may want to create something in your life, how you want it to unfold as you walk into it and through it and towards the successes that you're aiming for. Okay, the moment for respect for life and all living things, attuning to nature and to the creatures of earth is at hand. Tune into the deep well of compassion that spills over readily to anyone who needs your help. You are being directed to take action to remove difficulties, to be receptive to guidance from wherever it happens to come. And don't be surprised to receive support from some unusual avenues. Be alert to seemingly random input, which will give you clues and ideas that have not occurred to you earlier. Once you have picked up on these signs, pursue them diligently and with determination. The potential for them to pay off is immense. As soon as you know what action it is to take, start working on the plan to step into that action. So today, because we're not super focused and super concentrating, perhaps what this card is trying to tell us so wonderfully is that new insights will appear to us, things that we've never thought about before, things that we've never questioned or examined or thought they could be maybe part of our path going forward. I think we're more open to the flow of information coming from spirit, coming from our heart, coming from our higher self, the universe. And of course, we need to find out what the animals have to tell us. And today we have, look at this, the Pegasus soar. So yeah, it could be a little bit of a freeing energy as well, couldn't it? Oh, Pegasus. You might want to go to the P's. That would probably speed up the profit process. Soar, soar, small things, release and leap. The higher we soar, the smaller we seem to those who cannot fly. If you have chosen Pegasus, well, we have, this is a time for you to soar, to take charge of your dreams, your creations, and release the shackles from your spirit and your soul. And no, it won't be easy. So very much like the 15 energy, where we are trying to release the shackles, right? Remember I said, releasing our, removing the chains, I said. No, it won't be easy. It takes time and it takes patience with yourself, but I believe in you. Isn't it time to dream big? Next time you are in a hurry or in your own world and receive an interruption, know that sometimes it might be heaven sent. So many people withdraw into themselves and pull up walls. The hurt from the past makes it easy to do. It's easy to smile or compliment a stranger, ask an elderly person if you can pick up something for them at the store. Maybe it's even surprising somebody with an ice cream cone. You don't need wings to be an angel or a Pegasus. You just need the mindset. The reminded me that Paul is very thoughtful, and Paul also has autism. And the other day, it must have been in the 90s. It was scorching hot. The humidity was, the air, you could cut it with a knife. It was so thick. And he went into a storefront, and then, but I was parked at the very far end of the parking lot because there just really wasn't spots anywhere else. And I see him walking up, and he's got these 2 cones while he's trying to push this buggy with the items he bought in it. And they're dripping down his arms, and they're mush on the top, right? But his thoughtfulness, and it was probably the best ice cream cone I've had this year, just because of the thoughtfulness, of the struggle he went through to get them to me, and they were melting all over the place. And he says, "Yeah, I really didn't think it out, Mom." And I thought, yeah, and that's kind of what today's going to be like. But we really don't think it out. But our hearts have the right intention to lead us to where we need to be, to get the insight, to get the understanding, to really go forward with a strength, with a clarity. If that weren't the case, the Emperor would not have shown up first. So maybe we're not going to act on too much today, but we are going to dream it big. We are going to let down those walls, and we're going to experience life as the child we once were, full of curiosity and wonder and excitement of what we can learn, of what we can step into, if we just will it to be so. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.